Hello! Welcome to Critical Recap. I'm Dani Carr, and I'm here to catch you up on the latest episode of Critical Role. You can also catch up with the Critical Role podcast on Spotify, iTunes, and Google. Make sure to check out critroll.com for cool merch and information on events like Denver Pop Culture Con, Gen Con, and more. Now, here's what happened on episode 61, Agreements. In the morning, Bo asks Jester to try scrying on the piece of blue cloth she found in the anchor. Guided by the Traveler, Jester scries on a blonde human man wearing blue robes who talks into a sending stone. He mentions a paranoid woman, an emblem, and a rendezvous in 13 days at the Overcrow. He ends by saying, "Angel's eye, friend," and writes in a book called The King That Crawls. Jester tells the group what she saw, and they discuss the Crawling King, an enormous worm with a human face. They discuss their relationships with their various gods, and Yasha tells them what happened with her tribe and her wife Zwala. That while she did not see her die, she ran away during the execution. Jester disguises herself as the man she saw, and Caleb recognizes the sending stone as similar to one they stole in Zadash. The party leaves the Brawn, making it back to the mine. The Giants leave, grateful for the Nine's help in saving their home.
You have a heart that pierces truth. Never ignore your instincts. Your companions are lucky to have you. For most are lost in a crazy world of dreams, without someone to wake them.
Thank you for your wisdom.
The group discusses how to finish embarrassing Bodo. They return to the camp, letting him know that the Giants are gone. He calls all the workers around to make an announcement, during which Caleb changes a few of the group into Bodo and his mistress, where they dramatically reenact the letter that Bo reads out. Bodo faints in embarrassment, and the satisfied party head back to Rosanna. They make it back to Dim's Inn late at night, and Not rushes to Yeza, who is safe and sound and glad that she's back. Not lets him go back to sleep and returns to the party. She doesn't know what she's going to do now, but she needs to get Yeza home safely to Luke. As the party heads for bed, Clay and Bo go outside in the rain. While Bo digs a grave, Clay casts Speak with Dead on the goblin corpse. He learns that the goblin lived in the bone pits, and that the anchor was placed 17 days ago by a human. They bury the goblin and talk about destiny and being special in the eyes of gods.
I mean, the question is, where do you think you're going? Where would you like to go?
I get to choose that on a day-to-day basis, and that's what makes me happy.
Well, that's part of what makes destiny work. There's a lot of free will involved.
I like that.
Jester casts Sending, once to the gentleman, who refutes her claim that he's her father, but offers her more work, and several to her mother, telling her about their adventures in Jorhas. Clay communes with the Wild Mother, who tells him that the Overcrow is nearby, and that the Crawling King is far away and no threat. Ford has a dream of Ukatoa, wherein he bleeds from a chest wound, hearing the word punish repeated. He awakens to the falchion, now on the floor. He tries to summon the sword to its pocket dimension, but the sword doesn't respond. He goes outside in the rain, attempting more spells, but to no avail.
I will use Mask of Many Faces to make myself look like Caduceus.
Okay, you look down in the water and all you see is your face.
Shit! He's just a guy.
No.
He goes inside, managing to fall asleep after succeeding a wisdom saving throw. In the morning, he hides the falchion under his bed while the others discuss their plans for the day. Caleb, Bo, Not, and Yeza go see Professor Wacko, who delights in the telling of how they embarrassed Bodo, taking the letter and the locket. She gives them the Ring of Evasion, the Staff of Withering, and another broken blade, similar to the one Clay is attempting to reforge. Meanwhile, Jester, Clay, Ford, and Yasha search for the Overcrow, which turns out to be an apothecary. While Clay and Jester talk with a female goblin who runs it, Ford goes back to Wersh, followed by Yasha. She tells him that she just wants to buy bracers, and Ford attempts to cast Minor Illusion of a bird.
Concentrate in your hand. Nothing. Little bird.
Oh, wait.
Oh. Well, that was nice.
Wasn't it? It really was. I'm glad we are here. After you.
Yasha gives him a few minutes alone with Wersh. They discuss picking your battles, and Ford asks about the religious rites in the city. Wersh tells him about the holy days where they let the sunlight in. Yasha comes back in with Jester and purchases bracers to get enchanted later. Back at the inn, Ford is able to summon his falchion properly. They give Clay the Staff of Withering, and Caleb takes the Ring of Evasion. Essek Thalos shows up, telling them that due to their favor with the Bright Queen, they have been given a house, and he leads them to their new keep. That is it for episode 61 of Critical Role. But is that really it? I have some thoughts. Oh! Holy shit, y'all! Ford lost his powers! Ukatoa is not fucking around! Well, it seems like it was a temporary loss, so that's good, but geez! He can just take Ford's powers away whenever he feels like it? Is Ford going to tell the others? Why is he so interested in the religious rites of the Drow? Something is going on with these broken blades, too. They keep finding them, and Clay has caught on to the weirdness. Also, what was up with the human dude and the crawling king? That can't be good. Are Yeza and not going to leave? Is the group going to find Yasha's tribe? Is the gentleman actually Jester's father? I have so many questions. Oh, mighty Nine. Anyway, catch episode 62 on Thursday, May 9th at 7 p.m. Pacific on twitch.tv/Critical Role or on the Critical Role podcast channel, and make sure to stay tuned to critroll.com for all the latest updates.